Ziglar. Inspiring true performance.
When you're given hope, direction, and encouragement, people respond to that. People deep down want the things that we're talking about right now. They want to get ahead. They want to do things, but some have never been given even any kind of opportunity. I'm thinking of Danny Levy. He was an immigrant from Iran. He lived in Toronto. He was kind of a party guy. I mean, he had a little fun along the way, had a minimum wage job. He went in one day at the office and he saw a tape there, something about Sell Your Way to the Top by a strange fellow named Ziglar, and he thought it was a rock singer, and this was going to be rock music. And so he took the cassette and he put it in his car, Automobile University again. And he couldn't, his English was not real good, and his Southern was even worse. And so he didn't understand all the words, but along the way he caught just a glimpse of hope. So a lot of times that's all a person needs, is just a glimpse to get them started. And the first step is the big step. He went to the library that weekend. He listened to that tape 20 times, and he'd write down the words he didn't understand, and he'd get the dictionary out, and he would look them up. On Monday morning, he went back in, and he borrowed the rest of the tapes in the set from one of his buddies, and he started listening over and over, back and forth, and his whole work attitude changed. He started coming in early, looking for things to do, got excited about the minimal wage job, and pretty quickly they moved him up and up and up. And in 3 years' time, he became a partner in the firm. The youngest, fastest time it had happened. When hope enters the picture, then things happen in people's lives. If there is no hope, then it's safe to say there really is no future. Where is he today? Well, I got to tell you, 3 years after he listened to those tapes, he moved to L.A. after becoming a partner there. He started his textile import-export company. Today he has offices in L.A., Panama, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. When the imagination begins to soar, when we grasp opportunity, take advantage of what we got where we are, other doors open, and they open wide. His income tax today is many times greater than his gross income was just a few years earlier. But let me emphasize a point. As you've already noticed, I'm not talking about just money. Suppose you go to the very top in your organization and lose your family in the process. Suppose you make millions of dollars but destroy your health. Suppose you become the manager but everybody there just hates the ground you walk on. Are you really successful? The answer is pretty obvious to most people. Can you really have it all? We had a young man back in 1983 who drove into Dallas in a Toyota with 150,000 miles on it. Wanted to go to work with us on a part-time basis while he attended Dallas Baptist University. We persuaded him that he'd be better served to go ahead and get his education, and then we'd see what offered. Well, he had to have some kind of work, so he went to work selling outdoor advertising. Larry Carpenter met a young woman first day of school there, and she worked for us a little bit later, and they became man and wife. For 18 consecutive years, Larry Carpenter has come through our 3-day Born to Win seminar. He said, I got to get my tank filled up every year. What's the bottom line? They have 3 beautiful boys, a wonderfully healthy marriage, very much in love. Larry is a physical specimen. I mean, he's one of these exercise dudes, and he's worth many millions of dollars. Background, there was nothing to indicate it. And yet, when you set those goals, when that hope is born, when you persist day after day after day, folks, the very persistence itself brings a lot of things to pass.
Ziglar. Inspiring true performance.